It really has to hurt when you realize you were just an ATM.
The 9,000. What happened to it? That you took out the account. Where is it? Where's the money? Okay, where is it? What did you even do with it? What you do with the issue?
Reginald needed it.
Why would you ever give my money to your baby father? Are you dumb?
He got in some trouble and I needed to bond him out.
What the fuck that got to do with me?
It has nothing to do with you, but when we got together, you knew my family came first, and I thought that's what...
Oh, no, you tell me you fucking playing with me right now. Ain't no way you gonna give $9,000 to your baby father like me. Okay, I don't care. He was in jail? So you bailed him out with my money? Are you insane?
Why are you yelling?
Cause you crazy.
Call the police.
You ain't even tell me the truth. You said you gonna use it to handle some business.
And
that ain't no business.
I can't be a single mother.
I'm here to... No, nah, this is crazy.
You're sitting here checking.
Nah.
Now if I took some money out the account for my child,
no.
Would you have questioned me
I
like
don't care about none of that shit, man. No funny shit.
I can get the money back. Trust me, it'll be back in the account. You don't need it.
There's so many things wrong here. Just off rip. So many things wrong here. Right? Let's start with the least obvious. Why she has access to your money. Why she has access to your accounts. Period. Right there. Keep your stuff separate. Ignore what society says. Merge these things. Don't listen to what Dave Ramsey's saying. That's a different time. That's a different level of intimacy that you guys are cleaning out on. Secondly, she made it clear. You knew my family came first. You're not regarded as family. You're not regarded family. And this is something that goes beyond just this video. So many men feel like they are not even secondary, maybe tertiary in their relationships. You know, whenever you're dealing with someone that already has kids, already have other people in their life, you have to understand that, yeah, some people make it clear, my kids come first. You have to know that going into a relationship. You have to understand they are telling you exactly what it is. You cannot act surprised when then a move like this happens. This doesn't excuse that behavior at all. At all. What you did is effed up. If you knew you could not ask me for that, because if you told me the truth where this money was going, it would be a no. It would be a complete, absolute no. I'm not responsible for the decisions that your baby father makes or does not make. If I'm here with you in a relationship and I can help in ways with regard to your child, you can't jump through hoops to make this make sense. So, well, this is the father of my child, this is family, then you need to be with him. I think that's fair. You need to be with him, right? But before we continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss no uploads. Still trying to do 2 a day. Share the video, hype the video. We got merch up on the store. If there's something that you want to see, just let me know. We've got a live stream. We should have to be doing a live stream yesterday when this actually posts. So hopefully I see you there. If not, be sure to make the next one. Now, listen, like I said, like I was alluding to, this goes beyond just this video, right? We'll talk about this and then we'll talk about how it goes beyond. But in this, when she even mentions, like, when he's getting loud and, you know, demonstrative and upset, where she's like, they'll call the police. You're fine with the police being called? You know, it's a masterclass in gaslighting, manipulation, deflection, where sometimes, and we highlight these because depending on the audience, depending on when you see this, where you are in your journey as a man, you may not recognize this. It becomes very quickly, you see how you get off the topic at hand. I'm talking about this $9,000 that's missing. How quickly that's deflected, rather than saying you had no authority to use this or whatever. At the very end, she said, if I took out money from my kid, it wouldn't be an issue. The issue is not about whether or not this money is discretionary or not. It's the use of it and the lack of actually having the conversation. It's when you already know that this thing is wrong, this thing would not be something that's approved of, would not be something that would be looked highly on. This is when you don't say anything. This is when we know we're doing bad, right? We're supposed to have understood this when we were toddlers. I'm moving around in secret because I know you'd object to it. And if you had some sort of say in it, you put a stop to it. So I'd rather, you know, technically you'd rather say sorry, but we don't really have a society that sort of pushes that narrative where sometimes, hey, as a woman, you did wrong. This is not okay. It's not acceptable. This is the true character. This is one of the ways you can see a true character of whomever you're dealing with. This is genderless. The ability to say sorry when confronted with the truth. What you did was wrong. What you did bothered me, hurt me. It made me lose faith in you. If these things are actually true, then it should be a quick, oh yeah, you know what? You are correct. I am sorry. I apologize for those actions. The other hand is that she's completely not sorry. That she doubled down. She told you exactly what it was. You are not family. The family part exists and you on the outside of it, but I'm fine using your resources in order to help my family. This is one of those clear indications that you were just always an ATM. Now, for the wider context, more of a macro lens, this is what a lot of men simply go through. This is their existence. This is how their lives are sort of governed and continue to be so. Even when you aren't in sort of a blended family situation, right? This goes beyond just, all right, this is a single mom and you came into this knowing, no. Sometimes when you have children, you become less and less and less important. You know, sometimes even you fall behind the place of pets, of a dog, where men are living very quiet existences, you know, where they just simply exist for whatever resources they can provide. Their opinions don't really matter. There's anything special regarding them becomes very, very, you know, again, I don't want to say secondary, but it's secondary to the needs of what's established as family. You are there to serve the family, not as part of the family, not as head of the family. We get this way through quiet sort of isolation. When we don't speak up, we don't sort of hold our boundaries and hold frame and say, this is acceptable behavior, this is not. When I come across what is not acceptable, everything stops. Full stop, everything stops. This is not a negotiation. This is not something that we get to sit down and negotiate away things that are important to me. This is not one of those things that you simply compromise on because it becomes a slippery slope. When we have, and this is, you know, we're going to look at this macro, right? In sort of societal ways we've always conducted relationships. We've reinforced that with media, with movies, with sitcoms, with shows where the father's always like a bumbling fool, right? He's got a job. He's usually good at that. He's usually good at what he does outside of the house, but inside of the house, he falls in importance. He falls in rank. There's only special episodes during the season where you see the father being a father. When you see him holding frame and saying, no, this is what it's supposed to be. This is how we've been sort of indoctrinating programs into how this is supposed to go. And it's sort of bled over generation to generation when, you know, from father to son, from mother to daughter. This is probably what what is responsible for us committing so many of these sort of errors in how masculinity is defined. We need to come in and say, no, this is what we're saying it is. This is what it is for men today. And I think we're slowly doing that. Where we're seeing, in this case, right, bring it back to this video, why does she have access to your money to take out $9,000? You were, you know, aware of it. Great. You came there to talk about it. But why is that access even there? Well, one of the old tenets of the previous generations, again, from media, from TV, from all that, was that, yeah, you're supposed to have joint accounts. You put the money in there, she does everything else with it. And you trust that that's supposed to happen. She's supposed to shepherd all this and make sure this is going to happen. It's a different day. It's a different society. It's a different generation. That doesn't work anymore when we don't have a very clear relationship and understanding of money, of how we speak, what we're supposed to do with money. This shouldn't be a surprise. If you needed to bail your baby daddy out, that needed to be the conversation. If that is my money, that needs to be a conversation. If it's your money, I still need to be informed about what you're going to be doing. Because when you come up with a lack or you're missing something, I'm also responsible for maintaining that, to maintain you. But if you want to make these moves on your own and then later on be confronted it and don't have the wherewithal, the gall to say, you know what, you're right. You're right. I didn't think, but here's my justification with it. This is what you get instead. You get this rampant justification in your face. Like, no, this is just one of those times where it should be taken as a lesson and understanding you are not valued. And this is not all, right? We don't want to paint with that broad of a brush, but hopefully you can see where your worth is to a person way before you get to the point where you're out $9,000. But if you disagree, we've got something to add, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And naturally, of course, if you listen to my voice now, and you have not subscribed, I think you should. We're just trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.